Most people assume winter means waiting, but the truth is quieter than that. While you're postponing decisions until the ground thaws, someone else is already 8 weeks ahead of you, and by the time you notice, they'll be harvesting food you haven't even planted yet. The cost isn't dramatic, it's just silent. It's the absence of tomatoes in July because you started too late in March. It's buying lettuce in May when you could have been cutting your third round by then. This isn't about panic. It's about recognizing that the calendar doesn't stop for comfort, and neither does the opportunity to grow food that actually feeds your family. What you do right now, in the cold months, determines whether you're harvesting in abundance or scrambling to catch up when everyone else is already eating. Spring is not the starting line. Spring is the middle of the race. If you're waiting for warm soil and garden center signs to remind you it's planting season, you've already missed the entire early cycle. The crops that tolerate cold, the ones that mature quickly and feed you before summer even starts, those are the ones most people never grow because they think gardening begins when it's comfortable to be outside. But cold season crops like lettuce, spinach, kale, peas, radishes, and turnips don't wait for you to feel ready. They wait for soil temps in the 40s, and in most of the U.S., that window opens in late winter, sometimes earlier. By the time April arrives, you should already be thinning seedlings, not buying seed packets. Here's what happens when you wait. You go to the nursery in mid-April, pick up tomato transplants and pepper starts, bring them home, plant them in soil that's barely 60 degrees, and then spend the next month watching them sit there, stressed and stalled, while the people who started indoors in February are already hardening off stocky, healthy plants that'll fruit 4 weeks before yours even flower. You didn't save time by waiting. You lost it. And it's not just about tomatoes. It's about the fact that your garden could have already produced 30 pounds of greens, a bin of radishes, and 2 successions of peas before your tomatoes even went into the ground. That's food. Real food. Food you didn't have to buy. But because the idea of starting seeds indoors in winter feels inconvenient or unnecessary, you skipped it. And now you're behind in a way you won't recover from until next year. The system that prevents this is stupidly simple, and it doesn't require a greenhouse or grow lights that cost hundreds of dollars. You need a sunny windowsill, some seed trays, a bag of seed starting mix, and the willingness to water small plants for 6 to 8 weeks. That's it. In my experience, most people fail, not because they lack space or resources, but because they underestimate how much time seeds actually need before they're strong enough to survive outside. A tomato seed started indoors in late February becomes a transplant by mid-April. A tomato seed started outdoors in mid-April becomes a transplant by June, if it survives at all. That 6-week gap is the difference between eating your own tomatoes in early July and buying them at the store until August. Multiply that across every crop you grow, and you start to see how waiting for spring costs you an entire harvest cycle you didn't even know existed. Cold-hardy crops don't need coddling. They need cold. Lettuce germination actually slows down when soil temps go above 70 degrees, which means the best time to plant it is when the ground is still cold enough to make you wear a jacket outside. Spinach, arugula, and kale are the same way. They grow faster, taste better, and last longer when they mature in cool weather. If you wait until it feels like spring to plant them, you'll get 2 weeks of decent growth before they bolt in the heat, and you'll spend the rest of the summer wishing you'd planted them earlier. But if you direct seed them in late February or early March, depending on your zone, they'll be harvestable by late April, and you can succession plant every 2 weeks until the heat actually arrives. That's 2 solid months of continuous greens, all from seeds that cost you $5 and 10 minutes of work in the cold. Peas are even more forgiving. They can go in the ground as soon as the soil is workable, even if there's still frost in the forecast. They don't care. They'll germinate slowly, push through the cold, and start climbing as soon as the days get longer. By the time your neighbors are planting their tomatoes, you're harvesting snap peas by the handful, and by the time they're harvesting their first tomato, your pea plants are done, and you've already replaced them with beans. That's called succession planting, and it's the reason some gardeners are eating from their yards for 8 months a year, while others are eating for 2. Starting seeds indoors in winter is not complicated, but it is specific. You need bottom heat for certain crops like peppers and eggplants, but tomatoes, brassicas, and most herbs will germinate fine at room temperature. You need light as soon as the seeds sprout. Otherwise, they'll stretch and weaken, and you'll end up with leggy transplants that fall over the first time the wind hits them. A cheap LED shop light 6 inches above the seedlings works perfectly. You don't need a system. You need consistency. Water every day or every other day, depending on how dry the air is. Turn the trays, if they're leaning toward the window. Pot them up into larger containers once they have 2 sets of true leaves. Harden them off for a week before transplanting, which means bringing them outside for a few hours each day so they adapt to wind, sun, and temperature swings. If you skip hardening off, your plants will shock, stall, or burn, and you'll lose 2 weeks of growth recovering from something that was completely avoidable. This is where most people make their second mistake. They assume that because a plant survived transplanting, it's going to thrive. It won't. Not unless the soil is ready. If you're transplanting into dirt that hasn't been amended in years, that's compacted, low in organic matter, and depleted of nutrients, your plants will survive, but they won't produce. You'll get tomatoes, but they'll be small, late, and fewer than they should be. You'll get peppers, but they'll take forever to ripen, and half of them will have blossom and rot because your soil doesn't hold calcium properly. The harvest you're imagining requires soil preparation, and that work should have been done in late fall or early winter, not the day before you transplant. If you didn't prep your beds in the fall, you can still do it now, but it'll take longer to break down. Add compost, aged manure, or a balanced organic fertilizer. Work it into the top 6 inches of soil. Mulch heavily after planting to conserve moisture and suppress weeds. If your soil drains poorly, build raised beds or mound your rows. If it drains too fast, add more compost. Soil is the one thing you can't shortcut. You can buy transplants, you can buy fertilizer, you can even buy vegetables if it comes to that, but you can't buy soil that's alive, balanced, and productive. You have to build it. And if you're not building it in the off-season, you're starting every spring from scratch, which means you're always behind. The long-term advantage of starting early and planting cold-tolerant crops is that you're eating from your garden before you've spent money on summer plants. You're harvesting in April and May when grocery prices are still high and the farmer's market hasn't opened yet. You're succession planting so that every time you pull a crop, something else is ready to go in. Your garden isn't idle. It's producing. And by the time fall comes around, you're not burned out because you didn't cram everything into 3 chaotic months. You spread the labor across the calendar, and you spread the harvest the same way. People who wait for spring are always catching up. People who start in winter are always ahead. It's not about being extreme. It's about being realistic. Food takes time to grow. The more time you give it, the more food you get. If you're serious about reducing what you spend on groceries, about feeding your family from your own yard, about building a system that works year after year without constant reinvestment, then you have to stop thinking of gardening as a spring hobby and start thinking of it as a year-round practice. The people who do that aren't lucky. They're just not waiting. There's another layer to this that nobody talks about, and it has to do with seed viability and availability. When you wait until spring to buy seeds, you're buying from picked-over inventory. The varieties that perform best, the ones that are disease-resistant, early maturing, and suited to your specific climate, those are gone by mid-March. What's left are the generic options, the overstock, and the varieties that didn't sell because experienced gardeners know they underperform. You're not just late to plant. You're late to choose. And that marginal difference in seed quality, in days to maturity, in flavor and yield, that's the difference between a garden that feeds you consistently and one that leaves you disappointed by July. Winter is when you should be reading seed catalogs, comparing varieties, and ordering exactly what you need for the system you're building. It's when you map out your beds, calculate spacing, and determine how many successions of each crop you'll need to keep your family in fresh food from April through October. That planning doesn't happen in the moment. It happens in the months before, when there's no urgency, no distraction, and no pressure. The gardeners who produce the most food aren't working harder in summer. They're working smarter in winter. They're germinating onion seeds in January, so they have transplants ready in March. They're starting brassicas under lights in February, so they can set out cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower while the soil is still cool. They're pre-sprouting potato eyes indoors, so the tubers go into the ground already awake and ready to grow. All of that happens before spring, and it's the reason their gardens look effortless when yours feels like you're constantly reacting to problems. The financial side of this is also worth considering. A packet of lettuce seeds costs $2 and contains enough seeds for 50 plants. If you succession plant every 2 weeks starting in late winter, you'll harvest fresh greens for 3 months straight, which replaces somewhere between $60 and $80 worth of store-bought lettuce, assuming you're buying organic. Scale that across 10 crops, across 3 seasons, and you start to see how $100 in seeds and soil amendments can replace $1,000 in groceries. But only if you start early. Only if you're planting while it's still cold. The return on investment isn't in the summer crops everyone grows. It's in the spring and fall crops most people skip because they're uncomfortable working outside when it's 40 degrees. That discomfort is worth approximately $600 a year in food you didn't have to buy, and that's a conservative estimate.